Hey guys, this is War Machine 395 here with a video review, this time of the high-grade 1 to 1/44 scale Valvrave the Liberator Unit 1, or Hito, as it says in the manual. Never heard that said in the show. Confused by it. Alright, so this is the manual. It's black and white for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't have a cover page on it per se, it's just this. Black and white. Kind of odd for a Bandai kit. Again, I think it kind of reminds me of the Code Geass kits. There's some kit that I remember Bandai making that only had a black and white manual. I can't remember which one, but it reminds me of that. Alright, it comes with a gigantic sticker sheet. It's massive. I used none of it. So you can see what this looks like directly out of the box. No stickers, nothing. Quite nice, really. Part separation on the legs in particular is really good. And most of these stickers only add like lines that are already there in the plastic. Like there's supposed to be like white lines on the shoulders. There's supposed to be a few black lines here and there, and white borders on stuff. That's what most of this stuff is for. Stuff that you can pick out with paint pretty easily with the panel lines that are already there. Quite nice overall. Okay. So on to articulation. Now this one's kind of odd. I'm sure people watching this who remember some of the old ball jointed heads, the necks and stuff, where there was this peg type attachment at the base and then a ball joint up top. So it just swiveled back and forth at the base and then there was a ball joint up top. This does the opposite. It has the peg type attachment in the head and then the ball joint in the neck. Alright, so it can bob forward and back at the base of the head, and then at the base of the neck it can move left, right, and everything else. It's kind of cool. Okay, so the only issue with this head is it's hard to get it to move a little bit. It's sunk in there pretty deep. Okay, so if you tilt it forward, it looks like it's right down in there. Yeah, so you have to pull it forward, up, and then you can move it wherever you want. Alright, so ball joint, gets it left, right, everywhere. Okay, and then you can tip the head forward and back if you want to. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now these crazy bunny ear type attachments, those do hinder it a little bit because of, if you tilt it too far back and then rotate, there are things you will hit if you've got it in some obscure pose. Alright, now here at the shoulder armor, it's a little interesting. I kind of like how they set this up. And this is one of those things that kind of reminds me of Turn A quite a bit. Alright, so they have a hinge here. So the base of the shoulder armor move up. And then another piece here can also turn up. So that's your shoulder armor. You can go all the way up. Alright, now the arms are on this peg. Okay, outside the shoulder armor. And it can go up that far. So it can't actually match the shoulder armor at all. It's kind of interesting. The shoulder armor, however, can rotate like this. Kind of looks weird to me, but it's quite alright. Again, that reminds me a lot of Master Raid Turn A. A lot. Alright, so below the shoulder, it can rotate a full 360 quite nicely. Then, if you're so inclined, at the joint, it's double jointed here, so basically a full, well, I was going to say 180, but clearly not. A little less, not too bad though. Alright, so, and I'm kind of loosening that joint. There we go. Okay, so at the wrist we have a ball joint, okay, kind of nice, very tight, so it sinks in quite a bit. You're not going to get a lot of mobility out of this wrist. Bad mobility, there we go. Having issues, tongue, okay. Sorry for any background noise, it's the cats. The legs can go all the way up here, the waist, pretty impressive. So just for comparison, all right, and then before it gets caught on anything, all the way back, okay, and this is as far as it's going to go to the side. It's like 30 degrees out to the side. Not too bad. Seen worse. Alright, so not a lot hindering the leg articulation there. Like no front skirts, back skirts, side skirts kind of stuff. I think where it's quite wide at the hips, though, it can't get up to the side very much. Alright, so now this one flap here, black part here, you can see where my thumb's underneath it. Alright, that can allow you to, if you're careful about this, and not getting distracted by cats, you can get this far around before you hit this one piece of kibble back here that the annoying green wings attached to. Alright, so that's forward and back as well. It's a ball joint. Alright, so it rotates and forward and back. Not too bad. Alright, now this here, right at the knees, it's double jointed, and if you look real closely, the details are here quite nice. And again, it reminds me quite a lot of Turn A. Alright, so if you bend here, you have two joints, right? A little armor separation and a full 180. Nice. Alright. Okay, what did I disassemble here now? There we go. Alright, so it overlaps a little bit when it's completely straightened out. Kind of did that by accident. Alright, so here at the ankle, this is probably the least articulated part of it. You can get left and right, and then forward and back. Okay? Pretty simple, nice and easy. Alright, just like that. Okay, so on to the accessories. With it comes the annoying green energy wings, which... Okay, so this bit here is kind of interesting. Both the same size, pretty much. I think, anyway. Yeah, both the same size. Sometimes I think they're asymmetrical or something. Anyway, here, they are a little bit articulated. They're on hinges at the end of these V-shaped joints, and then another hinge on the inside. Not too bad. I'm not going to even put those on. I don't like them. Alright, so those are set into the back. Okay, so now, before we get to the weapons, I'm going to show you the hands that come with. Okay, so one open palm. Okay, you have the two closed fists that I left on it, and two open fists. Okay, not too bad, right? I'm going to throw in some open fists here. Alright, let's see here. So we have the assault brace. The assault brace. Hopefully I don't drop that again. Two scythes. Little tiny scythe guys. Alright, so you can kind of see these are supposedly drawn from here. These nice little black handles hiding up in here. Let's see if I can... Okay. Just right here. Okay, they're kind of hiding. Okay, the weapon I don't like too is the rifle. It's ugly. Okay, it's shoulder high. Let's see here. So all the other weapons attached to it. Again, it gets uglier. I don't like that. Right, so that can sit to the back. And I'll attach the rest here in a second. Okay, it then also comes with two katanas and what's the word? Okay, so long and short. Two accessories that are clear effect parts. It's this one, and then a second for the foot. Alright, quite nice. And then an action base. Okay. So all in all, it's quite well stocked. Let's see here. So all this stuff fits in hand quite nicely. If I can get it in hand. That's a challenge, isn't it? Okay, it has to be pegged first. Okay. Okay. My dog sniffing at stuff behind me. It's not helping all that much. Okay, so I'm going to detach the hand here. And then put the sword in hand. Reattach this hand. It's aggravating me a great deal. Well, I can say this has got a really solid grip on the swords. Okay, now okay, so the sword isn't moving around in there at all. Okay, and as I failed to mention, these attach right to the side. Long and short, you can put them both on one side if you want to. Okay, just like that. If it's loose now, not sure why. It's plastic on plastic, so that might not be the best thing. Alright, so move all this kibble back to the back. Alright, and we'll add the assault brace. Oh, dang it. Knocked off this, which is a little bit of a pain to keep on. This is going to be like half assembly in this video. That's great. Okay, there we go. Alright, before we throw this up on the action base for a final pose, I'd like to put a size comparison with the ARC 78-2, which is an 18-meter tall Gundam. They're both in 1/144th scale, so you can tell Valvrave, the Liberator, is quite a lot larger. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't really realize how large it was in the anime either. It's quite an impressive size difference. Alright, so toss this back over here. Try out some of these effect parts. So that simply pegs in at the waist. Not too bad, I'd say. Anyway, good articulation, good color separation. The number of stickers is a gigantic pain, and in my opinion, these are ugly. They seem like another Turn A reference to me too, but I don't know. Anyway, pretty good assortment of accessories, even if you don't like all of them. The grip in the hands is really solid. That ain't moving, ever. Beyond that, I think that's it for this review. I'll try and get this guy painted sometime soon. And thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next review.